Holy fuck. Oh shit. Am I live? Hey, got this shit right on one. Yeah. Okay. You're my boy Florian. Oh my god, he's always here. Much appreciate the stop through in the comment, my G. You know we up here chilling, you know what I'm saying? Big chilling. If this shit don't open up, I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, get this chill One Piece stream going. That was the Hungry Days counterpart. Bro, they going hard for this Hungry Days shit, cause even in the scanlations they had uh cup ramen thing. Mind if I join a little bit? Hell yeah, my boy. I got the Discord up. We're gonna be in my Discord. One Piece General VC. I'll be in there once I get done skimming over this. I've seen gotta, let the couch boys be known. You know what I'm saying? Long live the couch. Our boy Sanji repping hard for the comfy boys. All day. Yeah, alright. So I'm not gonna take a chance and show a little bit of this. I'm just gonna kind of skim through it, see what's going on, see if there's any major changes in the verbiage. I also gotta cut my phone down. So yeah, I'll try to save all major thoughts to afterwards. I don't want this to be too long. Usually I read a chapter and we'll be here for an hour, but I just want to, kind of get through this, see if anything major changed. So we're back once again with Shinobu yelling at niggas in the crowd. So Lord Odin's been keeping us safe all this time. You can't just reveal all that stuff right now. It's too much for my emotions to process. I am Odin, and I was born to boil. Crazy. The truth will only cause confusion, Shinobu. All they need to know is that the fool of the Lord who began, actually. Will I read this whole thing? No. I'm gonna go to the important parts. Or something I was confused on. Niggas getting shot. Okay, this is that one part. I'm glad I didn't skip past this. So Shogun Orochi, please stop this execution. I beg of you. I beseech you too. Alright. In the translation, the dude in the middle said something weird. Like after the Shogun please, there was some dude in the middle. He said something about thank you. I was like, what the fuck? So yeah, it was weird, but the crowd instantly understood the threat of a madman bent on revenge posed to them. They realized that the man undergoing the extended execution they'd been watching was in fact the one shining hope for Wano. I'm trying to think if I really have a problem with how fast the crowd flip-flopped, and the fact that it took them. Like, all right, so they're having a problem with they, as in the people of Wano, are having a problem with Odin because he didn't come back and beat Orochi's ass and make Wano better. That's the premise of the Odin hate for right now. It was that he was, being a dick back in the day when he was growing up. Odin was wrecking the place. He was fucking banging prostitutes at 6 somehow. All this, that, and the third, like all this stuff. And then he cut the boar god, but they were still mad at him because they thought he brought the boar god, and he left. And then Toki was like, "Hey, I got you, family. Roll up my sleeve, do some work." And now they love him when he came back. Then he came back, didn't stop Orochi, danced for 5 years, so now they hate him again. I'm trying to figure out where the support for Orochi came from. Because it's not like you have to like one and then hate the other. It's just like, we hate this one guy, but your wife been telling us that you that nigga, and then you came back and you wasn't that nigga. They both should be hated, and no one should be here. Like, Yeah, I hate Odin because he didn't help us, but the nigga I hate that I wanted you to help me with, I still hate him. So I'm just still confused at the fact that, people's hate for Odin somehow outview their hate for Orochi, even though he's the one who really making their lives bad. Like, inaction is bad on Odin's part as far as from their perspective, but when it comes to actually liking Orochi enough to show up and hating Odin enough to show up, it just doesn't do it for me. And I'm not saying I don't believe it. It's just that me personally, and I'm not saying it's bad because they're not doing what I would do. It's just like, yo, I hate both of these niggas, so I'm not giving either of them attention. So, but yeah, it's whatever. It could have been mandatory or something. I don't know. The reasons for Odin's 5-year stretch of odd behavior spread through the crowd like wildfire. Then he was actually saving us. It spurred the people into motion. Man, we look so stupid now. Bro, I'm telling you, I was saying this in my other reaction. This in some part has to be how Oda feels about the One Piece community. Because its official Viz translation, it's not that much different from what I can see so far, but I'm just a couple pages in. But yeah, it's definitely looking like, in a way, Oda, this whole time, he's been kind of laying the groundwork for some amazing shit, but we've been kind of giving him shit the whole time. But it's just a theory. That big ass fucking arrow that can travel forever. They shot the urgent news to various castles of the land. The letter arrows of Wano cross great distances to send messages. The boiling oil in the pot passed 700 degrees and continued to rise. Please, Lord Odin, survive this torment. Lord Odin, hang in there. We're sorry for insulting you. We're ignorant. Thank you all. I will persevere. He's so appreciative. Thank you all. I will persevere. He's so appreciative. Yeah, you gotta be an extra Chad to fucking form full sentences in boiling oil. She was a bad one. Okay. I'll start by getting into some shit. All right, here we go. Odin's speech. Long, long ago, the ones responsible for closing the nation of the rest of the world were the Kozuki clan, and it was to protect Wano from a great external power. All right, so it's kind of the same in the scans. Right here, I'm thinking this great external power. It has to be either an unknown threat like those things in the Florian Triangle, or it's the world government. It's one of the two. I'm pretty sure, because the way Wano closed itself off, and we know the history of Wano, people's trying to come in and get gold. So more than likely, the external threat to Wano would be people, and people with ill intent for Wano, just like Orochi came in, Kaido came in. Well, Orochi was already there, so his is more of a revenge plot. But Kaido came in, and everything's fucked. If it was just Orochi and a bunch of Kozumi niggas, it could be like a little scuffle, but it wouldn't last as long. Like, eventually, Odin and the Returners would get to that nigga. I don't know if they. Well, yeah. This is the thing with these kind of, ruling faction, people don't want this shit type of thing. That always confused me. Orochi only took power because Kaido had the Beast Pirates backing him up. I was about to say, if the people of Wano, the police force, everyone is keeping everyone in line, if those were also people of Wano, there's no way this rebellion would work. There would be a mutiny after a while. That's why the Beast Pirates is like, kind of the foreshadowing of why the Kozuki closed the borders in the first place, and what they were trying to keep out, just tyrannical rule. Kaido and Orochi, people who, their past come back to haunt them. Yeah, they went too far, But at the same time, the Kurozumi niggas, they kind of deserve to die. So it was like, didn't have the power to keep the principles up, if that makes sense. Because, they all agreed that it was bullshit what Orochi's grandfather was doing. So, they kind of wiped out the whole bloodline. And I was like, it was a harsh choice, but that's it's a scheming ass people, because they kill like what, he killed like 5 daimyos, like the rest of the daimyos that was in his class of daimyos. So it's like, that's a shifty, shady nigga. You don't want that to proliferate in your country, all that hate, and then shit like this happens. So yeah, Odin's talking about possibly the world government coming in and stopping them, or controlling them. Wano, no, the entire world awaits a figure, and when that figure appears after an 800-year span, this country must be protected. This country must be prepared to welcome and work with them. Okay, so it was he, she in the translations, but now it's them. So it's still in that he, she range. Like, we don't know if it's a boy or a girl. And this one is almost like they're saying it's more than one person, because it's a them. Wano, no. The entire world awaits a figure. So that's one person. And when that figure appears, again, one person, after an 800-year span, this country must be prepared to welcome and work with them. Okay. So we know before the 5 years, before the 5 years, and when Odin started his journey with Whitebeard and them, Toki had already traveled 800 years, which is this is the second time the number has been brought up. Like, why was she transported 800 years, and why is Joy Boy all of a sudden gonna be transported 800 years? So it's like, either Toki's not the only one that can send people through time, or I would say Toki might have sent, or whoever had the fruit might have sent Joy Boy further into the future. You know what I mean? So it was like Toki left in 802, and Joy Boy left in 820, and Toki just popped up now because her 800 years of traveling stopped. But we still got 20 or so, or more so odd years before Joy Boy shows up, which is, whatever. A lot of brainstorming here. I'll be clear with you. They're going to kill me today. No, you can stand the boiling. You're already a third of the way through. Of course. This man surviving like a real Chad. Oh, okay, I can finally see what Ino and Neku were yelling about. He withstood the boiling. Thank goodness. Lord Odin's won. He cleared up the misunderstanding. The country's on his side again. I knew it. Okay, cool. You're in for it now, Kaido. I knew it was Ino and Neku. The fucking scans fucked up this part. I know it's not a really big part. We kind of figured Inu and Neku was arguing because, like I said, Odin's mouth is closed. So I think they just kind of messed up. When it was like it was his. So it was like Inu or Neku. Oh yeah, so it was like Neku was like, yeah, nigga, we in this motherfucker. This could be a little foreshadowing that Inuarashi is a traitor, just because he's like, don't wind him up, cat. But that's like a smart thing. Like, it's Kaido, and our strongest dude is chilling in a pot. So if he gets mad, I don't know if any one of us can stop it. Don't wind him up, cat. Why shouldn't I? A win's a win. You don't know what position you're in right now. You mean a win's a win. I changed my mind. I altered the sentence to death by firing squad 1 minute ago, and the entire clan gets put to death too. What kind of childish nonsense? Yeah, it's like he can't take losing. And he wanted to kill you anyway. He just wanted to see you suffer first. So that was kind of the thing there. That wasn't the deal, Lord. Lord Odin upheld the shot that nigga. Do it for the vine. Open Wano's borders. What's happening, lazy? Just up here chilling. Going over this chapter real quick. Do not make the mistake of underestimating our samurai. Oh shit. Either way, your body's already dead. I'll do you a kindness and put you out of your misery. And now the age of Kozuki is over for good. You all die. Don't make the mistakes of underestimating the samurai. Everyone's having their flashback. Taking the fuck off. They will speak of you for years to come, saying that you died a spectacular death. That's probably what I want to see. They can forgive me for all I care. They can forget me for all I care. My soul will live on. I'm sorry about what happened with the old hag. I had her killed. So Kaido didn't even kill her. He had her killed. I'm sorry about what happened with the old hag. I had her killed. How upright of you. Build your strength while you can. For I am a story to accompany your drinks. I am Odin, and I was born to boil. Yeah, I definitely just got goosebumps. Even though I read this already, it's just like, kind of amazing. Okay, so it makes more sense now. The Viz, I'm not the Viz. The Viz is definitely the best version to read, because this read differently for me. I can't remember exactly what the scans read, but it was when he said, I'll live on. I'm a story to accompany your drinks. So it's just like it's just a tale now. Because before, I think it said something about if we exchange sake cups, something like that. I'm just like, wait a minute, is that foreshadowing? And blah blah blah. I was like, okay, it's different. So it's not saying nothing. And now the dudes, yeah, the weird scene where it's just like, ooh, and for some reason it said expire, but now it's just like huff. Which is also strange, and they're still doing that phase. But yeah, no, it's a little different. I wonder how people really feel about Kaido and his double barrel pistol, instead of him kind of speed blitzing, like jumping over and like hitting him in the pot, or doing something, cutting his head off. Look, make it a little bit more epic. He just shot him in the face, but he's a pirate. Oh yeah, my theory. So I dropped a video the other day, and I forgot to add in the main part of why the theory kind of connected for me. So when I saw Odin in the pot smiling, instantly, just like everyone else, I was like, "Oh shit, D-Clan." But then when I came up with my theory that Viola and Toki have the same fruit, and the clairvoyance fruit, or the glare fruit, allows you to see into the future, and then once you awaken it allows you to go into the future. And I was thinking that one of the abilities, because Viola has hella abilities, one of the abilities Viola has is giving the sight to someone else, like letting someone else see what you see. So I was like, what if she, while he's dying, she allowed him to see the future, and that what made him smile in the oil. It's a little far fetched. There's not much to go on, but when I saw her eyes at the end of the chapter, I was like, for some reason, man, just when I saw her eyes, I just thought of Viola. So I was like, yeah. And then the look ahead, Odin, to 20 years in the future. So I'd be a laughing stock if anyone saw me crying. We're not your weakness. We are not your weakness. And yeah, fucking Odin giving the sword, somehow having his swords in jail, which is kind of crazy. Aren't you sad? It's a death sentence. Who said you were going to die? Wow, that's my wife. Of course. I want to use your power, Toki. If I should die, and she rips it up still. And the story hurtles toward the present day. Next chapter hits March 1st, right before I have to start my classes. Yo, so what if, let's say it hurls toward, the present day. So what if the next chapter isn't us starting in the present day, but it's what happened during those 20 years and like all the shit we didn't see that happened in 20 years. Maybe some, exposition on Kaido. Toki dying probably, and then the chapter ends with us actually being in the day, because it says the story hurdles towards. So hurdling, you still gotta get to that point. And it says towards, hurtling towards. I feel like that's saying, like, we're not going to start off in the future or start off in the present. We're going to probably get some backstory about what happened over the 20 years, probably some Easter eggs. We may even go outside of Wano during those 20 years to see what happened around the world. And then we'll end with probably Kinemon yelling into the Den Mushi again. But yeah, it wasn't that bad of a, well, they changed a lot of shit. So I will give it like a 6. As far as the Viz translation, how much, not Viz, the scans, how much they got right. Well, let me read this letter real quick. Toki, I have reached my limit. If I fail to defeat him, there will be no other who can stop Kaido for a long time. Over 20 years ahead of us, there will likely be a massive war, terrible enough to split the seas themselves. In other words, in 20 years, the primary figures of this great war will muscle their way into the New World. Yeah, okay, that definitely changed from shit. They are the ones who can strike down Kaido. A long winter will settle over Wano. Okay, this letter is definitely important as fuck. Gotta reread it a couple times, you know what I'm saying? Over 20 years ahead of us, there will likely be a massive war. So over 20 years ahead of us, Odin died today. 20 years, well, you probably get that letter like maybe like the day before. Actually, he was free, so it was before the fight. So like a week, so it's not that much difference in time. So over 20 years ahead of us, there will likely be a massive war. Terrible enough to split the seas themselves. In other words, in another 20 years, the primary figures of this great war will muscle their way into the New World. So there's a couple ways I guess you can take that. Because when Odin died, Luffy hadn't fought Doflamingo yet. Yeah, like exactly 20 years after Odin died, there was a lot, because they haven't even made the Punk Hazard yet. So that's another. So at the time skip, that's 2 years, and it says over 20 years. So I guess it could be anywhere from 20 to 29. So that's realistically 20 years. If you say 30, then that's different. I guess you can lowball it to 25. After 25, it's still in the 20s, but it's just like, bro. So tack on the 2 years for Straw Hat's time skip, because that's when they went to Fisherman Island and all this different stuff, and they found, I think the first person they found from that was Punk Hazard. Or the first person they found from like the Scabbards was Kinemon and Punk Hazard. Then they found Momo. Then they found Kanjiro, and then Raizo. So then that means Marineford War probably happened around the time. Marineford War happened around the time that Conjure on them was, running around and shit. If it didn't happen in the time skip, it happened right before the time skip, or like toward the end of it. So they may be talking about Marineford War here, and it says the primary figures of this war will muscle their way into the New World. Now, Odin has traveled with, Odin's traveled with, I forgot about fucking Florian. Let me get this nigga in here. Patiently waiting while I ramble. Damn, everybody in this bitch. I mean, shit. Might have to go with the cool kids for a second. I have my headphones. My trusty broken headphones. One in the head, put it right in your head. Oh, really? Fuck. Got so much money, Chanel. I want a CID. Bust down on it, Uchi Wallet. I'm so sincere. I got 100 shooters sitting there, shit, and they gonna kill you if you come outside. Oh yeah, Florian, if you wanna, hop up in Shoguns, you can. That's where I'm about to be at. Yeah, I can. Oh, lazy mofo. One thing I've done with time in One Piece is to use our own years. Luffy will be 20 this year. So if you use the year 2000 to base it at... Oh, that's actually smart. Appreciate that, lazy. I might have to do that.
I was in the car with my mom. I couldn't say nothing.
Yeah.
I was in the chat the whole time.
What's
Because you know your mom will slap you.
Just like the fuck out of me.
Big hands.
I'm not even doubting that shit.
Hi, Hype's mom.
No,
Yo,
she's
the
out the car.
Oh, she's going now. Okay.
She's the only person that I won't give the cancer to. She's good.
Yeah, that's crazy.
She's safe with houses, man. I don't want mums coming down smacking us up. Man, I'm already in the UK and I'm worried about his mum.
I'm dead ass. Right. Shoot. She's the only one that can joke on me and I won't say shit back. I'm like, okay, you got it.
That is mom's.
Oh, what up, folks?
I guess I'll forgive Odin this chapter. I guess.
What? I'm glad I came in here. I got to see BDV forgive Odin. I thought the son was gonna die before that. Shit.
I have room for forgiveness in my heart. Yeah.
Wow.
BDV, I had to drop that picture into this little chat here for them to see it.
See, Sanji's still on that list. Yeah, see, Sanji's still on that list.
Yeah,
I like base form Sanji, not
race.
This nigga said base forms. What is this?
I need to ask about the goat hype. What's that about?
Yo, yeah, Sengoku's goat ain't do shit to you? That's wild.
That's funny.
Well, I don't know, he's eating crackers all day.
That Go knows what the fuck he did.
You gonna do that to the goat? That's wild.
I already explained earlier in that whole entire thread that goat knows what the fuck he did.
Oh god.
Damn. Goats out here.
Troll.
Factual. Big factual. How'd you like the Viz chapter, Shogun?
I loved it.
He gave it
I loved
10,
it.
sir.
Yeah, it was really great.
Black, I don't know why you yelling 10 like I don't like the chapter.
I'm gonna say this. Right?
It was like a 5.
I heard you get in a negative motion.
Yo, what the fuck is this agenda? Lies, bro. I just like to speak my mind.
Vulture does not like One Piece though.
That's crazy.
Vulture hates One Piece, man. That's crazy. Man.
I just like to analyze shit. There are flaws.
It to the point that
Vulture, that's terrible, man.
Y'all niggas.
I like to play people off each other, but I'd never hate on the series for it.
You and me both. What the fuck? We in the same boat.
Terrible behavior.
I don't know about it. You got a whole entire different level of hate to it.
Y'all niggas
That's
is
crazy.
I'm tired of this
That's wild.
racism.
Needs to be low diff.
I'm tired of this racism.
I'm gonna have to unsub on vultures.
Damn.
I already knew what
Yo.
it was as soon as he said agenda. I was like,
I want to know. I want to know right
Good
now.
job.
Hold on, right now. I have to have this on stream. Are we getting space popping today?
On
That's the real question.
Yeet ain't said nothing this whole time.
We ain't talking about that.
That's crazy.
hold on. Before anything, I need to hear you and Nelson say
like
it, though.
2 seconds, but the 2 and 3, you like, nah, I wait like 2 years.
That's crazy.
I mean, space is dangerous.
Redonkulous.
Say that we're gonna get a
Before
time
anything
skip.
goes forward, I need to hear you and Nonsense agree that y'all have to say this. I told y'all Act 3 gonna be nothing but flashback.
That's crazy. Act 3's not over.
I mean, we did see the Shamison start playing, so it might be over.
No, that was the end of the. That was the end of the
You
flashback.
would have saw the and
You're right.
and
Right.
in this chapter.
Captain E told him. When I told him back then, I said, I believe that Act 3 gonna be nothing but flashback.
You said
Everybody
that.
doubted me.
So,
I did say
I think when we go
that.
back, actually,
So-
the end is
so real quick, did when Kumasaki was revealed to be Hiyori, massive air quotes, did we ever transition with her as a Shamisen player after that point?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So even though we know who she is, we still got her changing the acts by playing the Shamisen. I thought they would replace her since we know she's Hiyori now, but I guess it's not the case.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know why they kept a Ho playing the Jameson either after that point.
Yeah, I was like, I thought we were gonna switch it up.
You know that, right?
Got nap.
Why is it that she cries?
Nah, but
Oh, she cries. You said she cries.
That's why she wears the mask, remember?
Oh yeah, so they won't see her face while she plays for that nigga
That hasn't
Orochi.
been said yet. See,
Smart.
that hasn't been explained yet. So what's going on with that?
It's probably like you said. She don't want to look at that nigga Orochi, or she don't want to like cry. Of like she probably actually angry more than anything. Like she got to be in that nigga
So,
presence.
Like, yo, the Shamison, I'm like nigga, I need an explanation why is that a plot point still?
Yeah,
Oh, I know who it is. It's Toki playing the Jameson. We're just being deluded.
That is true.
Oh, that's funny.
And, yo, Kaido's officially stronger than Big Mom.
Yes.
Officially, why? He had to shoot him. He had to grab the strap. Big Mom would have used the gun. He had to grab the strap.
That is facts.
Out of respect.
Grab the strap.
Yo,
Big Mom is now officially the weakest Yonko.
if Odin could throw his entire crew off of him after holding him up for an hour, I'm pretty sure he could have got out that pot and started breakdancing if he wanted to.
Boiling hot.
He did. He
Boy.
did get shot by a
I
gun.
don't think so. Because his
He did
legs,
not get shot by a gun
upper
though.
body,
If he's
his
that
upper
strong, why
body
he get
wasn't
shot by a
all the
gun?
way in the oil. His legs were. I think his legs were.
And then what he do right before he died? That nigga hit that fucking pose on them niggas. So it was like, yo, he can still move.
His legs were.
He stepped back. You know how that pose looked. He had to step one leg back.
Yeah, I bet you a nigga legs like Skeletor.
I don't think so. I think he was out here.
Look like you stand on fried hot dogs.
If he was, he wouldn't be the real nigga he is.
I tell you one thing, he ain't fucking no more if he was still alive.
Yo,
That'd be a wrap.
it's a little tragic.
Crispy fried D.
I bet you that's gonna be in the SBS. Someone's gonna ask that question. What happened to Odin's nuts, bro? I gotta know. That's gonna be the one Oda's gonna answer too. Cause you know he answers all the troll questions.
Hey Valley,
What's up?
After the oil, that's a real man right there.
Oh
I got one
god,
for you, Valley.
what's up?
I bet Odin's legs look like Kaido's legs right now.
Oh shit! Skipping, yo, that's crazy. Oh, Odin tested out the oil beforehand. He just wanted to make sure he could do it too.
Let me see. Hold on, wait.
Let me in this. That's wild, bro. That is wild.
5 minutes, that's enough for me. 5 minutes.
Would Odin have survived if he dunked his whole body in oil for an hour? Like if you just saw his hands holding the board up and he's just completely submerged, would he survive that too?
Lucky I'm not Rachel. You know what I would have done?
I think he would have died. They said it was 700 degrees and it kept rising, and I bet his legs were like.
Yeah, it was over.
Would his hairstyle survive though? That's the main question.
Of course.
The fresh cut still got the crispy line up.
Still the crispy.
I believe it. That's the real Hour of Legends.
Yeah.
This man got the strongest wig in the game. I like it. I like it. Oh shit. Are you Bro, Black.
Yo.
So Shogun gave this chapter a 10, but didn't you give it like an 8 though?
I gave it a 9, sir.
Oh, a 9? Okay.
Nice.
What took it down for you? What took it down from a 10 to a 9?
The fact that my theory was destroyed.
Because it's theory.
What the fuck? That shouldn't count against the chapter, nigga. What? You told me not to expect shit.
I can't have my personal purposes like y'all have y'all personal purposes.
No, but what? Come on, bro. You're judging the chapter. All shit ain't got to do with the chapter. So you're saying because your theory was wrong, the chapter is less good?
Yeah, because he didn't survive.
Right.
Well, I mean, he was smiling in the pot after getting shot, so he might be alive. He caught that shit with like his eyebrow meat.
Odin's alive. He's looking like Brooke right now.
Looking like Brooke, yo. He was the previous owner of Brooks Fruit. This whole time, we just didn't know.
Yo, who's making noise in the back?
No idea.
That's Black.
How is it me?
He was
I answered why.
Black was cleaning his grinder out. I feel it.
Yeah,
I feel it.
it's always Black.
Like I said, it's always Black.
Always. This nigga Nap came in, made a ruckus, and left. Terrible.
Exactly. Known facts.
He's
I'm liking this
facts.
energy.
Nonsense.
What ruckus did I make, man? I came in, I said, what's up to everybody? I'm over here, goddamn overheating and shit. I'm trying to make sure I ain't doing shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm too
Oh, shit. Not about to die.
thing blow up and everybody
Watch how you
around
talk to
here
the
with-
captain, Yeet.
The captain!
Hey, don't say shit to me unless you talking about Pokemon, bro.
Oh, shit. We getting it cracking again.
Battling this weekend.
This nigga steady running this shit.
This weekend we battling.
Until it happen, what I say, don't say shit to me until it happen.
Everybody hit a challenge, though. Everyone here's the challenge. BDV might be running, y'all.
Running.
BDV might be running, y'all.
This
Wow,
nigga,
that's the first
this
time there's
nigga
a
trying to
gender
pin
on me.
Joe. He trying to pin Joe to fit our team to see our team, so you know what we gotta use. That's why I ain't battled Joe. He act like I don't know what's going on.
Well,
He act like I don't know what's going on. I know you right.
It's all facts. Everything he said is facts.
Joe battle y'all.
That's what that nigga laughing.
Last time?
I'm laughing because I just said the same thing about you. Let me go against Black first.
Nah, have I ever told you what this nigga run?
Nope.
Nah, I don't trust
Nope.
Black.
Exactly.
Nah, you don't trust that.
So how you gonna put it on me when I say that first? Against you, you'll switch it on me.
Oh, no.
Typical nonsense. Blame the blamer.
Wow.
Foolishness. Blaming the blamer. Oh, my.
So Grand gave the chapter a 10, huh?
A whole 10.
Whole 10.
Yeah.
What the fuck you mean? Yeah, you didn't even give it a 10. Why these niggas hyping up niggas who?
I did give it a 10.
Oh, you gave it a 10? My bad.
I give it a 7.
A 7? Why you give it a 7?
Of course.
That's actually pretty good for hype.
Yeah.
That's like a 10.
It's it's coming off the heels of forgiving Odin, so we gotta lower our expectations. Just a twad bit.
Valley, what did you give it?
Almost got 6, but I give it a
He
7.
gave it a -1.
Yo, what the stop? It's all lies. I give it like a 7.5. I might give it an 8 actually. I might give it an 8.
You give them too much now. 7.5 is too much.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's actually pretty good. I thought you gave it like a
7.5.
Yo, niggas been saying I've been hating this chapter, and it's actually crazy. It's not how I feel at all.
I give it a 7.
See, Hunter gave it a 7. It's the average.
It's not for the reread.
Dies by a gunshot.
Odin did get died. He did die by the strap, so that's kind of it's kind of fucked up. It's not a real warrior's death, especially in Wano.
It was in the head though. It was in the head.
Headshots.
It was a headshot.
Yo, what if we saw the teeth because he caught that shit? Like, he caught that shit. He caught the bullet, yo. Yeah.
He shot him from behind though.
With his bullets.
No.
With his teeth.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
Bruce Leroy.
Bruce Leroy, he caught that shit. That was just spit. That was just spit that came out.
I'm not dead as right now. Nonsense. Do not change your name to Bruce Leroy.
Bruce Leroy. Bruce Leroy.
Don't change your name to Bruce Leroy Odin.
Bruce Leroy D. Odin, nigga, we out here.
Don't change your name. Fuck it. God damn it.
That's why I asked. That's why I asked if he could survive if his whole body went in. Because he's just playing possum right now. He caught the bullet, he fell back, and now he's just chilling, waiting for old Kato to leave.
Stop giving Black hope. Stop giving Black hope.
Huh?
Right.
In between the head.
Who called me?
Don't give this nigga Black hope on this shit.
You said it goes up to a 10?
It goes back up to the 10. He's alive.
Bro,
Oh, okay.
Like
I feel that.
This is definitely a pretender against me right now. I feel like it.
So you wouldn't have a problem, Black, if old boy was still alive, Odin, and he'd been inactive for 20 years?
He's healing.
Yo, I was honestly not expecting that answer. I don't know what to do now. He called me flat-footed. That nigga said he healed, yo. I thought I was gonna go a different way. Maybe.
You didn't expect logic to come into the play?
Bro. That's logic.
That's fucking funny.
He said you didn't expect logic to come into play. Well,
Odin comes up and acts like fucking Frankie. Can I have some legs, please?
Bro,
Oh my God.
yo, he rebuilt himself. Oh my fucking God.
Some legs.
Odin, he's like fucking he's like the Katakuris.
Frankie.
He's like the Karakuris from Yu-Gi-Oh. He's just he's like wooden, like a wooden machine man instead of metal.
Oh.
Yo, here we go. We did it. We figured it out, boys.
I would laugh my ass off. A lot helps this nigga out. Like he thinks he's a bum on the streets.
Yo, like all his limbs are burned, but he can't really do shit. He's just chilling.
And Law thinks he's a bum. Like here, hit some legs.
Yo, Law makes him to a fucking harpy like Monet. There you go. Chicken legs. He got wings now.
Why did I get sucked into this shit?
That's funny.
Yo, you know you want to theorize with us.
Nah, fuck this shit. I'm not giving Black no hope with this shit.
Damn. What about Toki then?
He's definitely dead.
Is Toki alive?
Toki?
Toki's alive.
She's probably alive.
Black, would the chapter go back up to a 10 for you if Toki was alive instead of Odin?
I mean, I've already theorized that Toki might be alive.
Toki got hoarded out after Odin died.
Yeah, she did.
Yo,
Wow.
she definitely either died or she's in some kind of secret cave. There's no way she's just a random prostitute.
I don't got her in her chambers right now.
You know what that reminds me of? The first time I heard the real story of Mulan, that shit was extra depressing. Because none of the actual happy shit happened. She just did the war was won, and she just got turned into a prostitute and then died of like AIDS or some shit. That shit ruined my whole day. Like, what the fuck?
No, that
That shit was crazy.
Bruh, BDV. BDV, chill.
Yo.
BDV, chill, bro. Come on. That's not cool.
That is all BDV.
I refuse to repeat it.
BDV Morgans.
Exactly. I don't know this nigga.
I did not say anything.
I don't know this nigga.
Is that the real ending?
Yeah. I was like, what?
We're not talking about them that put Mushu in it will be okay. How Disney gonna make a movie like that?
Yo, they took out Mushu and there's no singing. Bullshit.
This nigga Mulan went from popping niggas to popping it for a real nigga.
Yo, stop, bro.
Wow.
Stop it all.
If Disney doesn't do the Disney story of Mulan in a live action, it's gonna be trash.
They already got it going.
She wasn't lesbian though.
Oh my god.
I don't. What does that got to do with anything?
Here we go.
Yo, this is not PG.
Give
At all.
Try that crush again.
I want 3-0 from you. I don't want 3-0.
Hey, what y'all think of Komurasaki being
Toki.
Toki?
I don't know, but Old Mike can get for 3 silver.
I think that's
3 inches.
That's why Iori ended up having Otama.
Mm.
And when you go back and read, hold on. When you go back and read it, Iori says Otama knew the secret about her the whole time. They go there like really close, when she's explaining to Zoro. So I'm leaning towards Iori being Kurosaki.
Let me tell you what I think.
Not Otama, Otoko. I'm sorry.
I thought Otoko was Yashue's daughter.
No, I just said when you go back and read the chapter with Zoro and Iori and Otoko, Iori says that Otoko knew the secret about Iori the whole time. So I'm assuming that Otoko knew that Iori was Kurosaki.
See, my thought process is this, right? If there was a secret, if I was Luffy and them, I'd be tired of damn secrets. I'm done with it.
Facts.
I mean, they don't even know that he.
Otoko's meant to be Yasuo's daughter, but then again, he was looking after them at the castle, wasn't he? So
It's probably like a Kinemon thing.
Momonosuke's sister is the whore in the village.
Yeah, duh. She's been like tossing the ass to everybody.
Oh my god.
I'm thinking Kumarasaki has to be Toki. I feel like the same thing happened to Momo, happened to her.
Rather Toki toss the ass to everybody in the village than Kurosaki.
the one girl that hasn't been answered about nothing is Otama.
The daughter is Otoko. I think she just dyed her hair because they made it pink for no reason. And Toko's hair. Go ahead.
Where's Tama's parents?
Became a hoe and dyed her daughter's hair.
No one became a hoe. Stop it.
What are you talking? That's
And we saw that she tricked everybody. Everyone that wanted to smash her into going bankrupt. It was a scam.
I got a question for you.
They went bankrupt after they tapped it.
No, they did not. They was giving up their money to tap it, and they never got a chance to. There was 3 old guys.
Can you tell me the definition of Coruscant?
We not going over this. I don't want to hear your facts.
We're not.
No. I will tell you that as soon as you tell me how time travel works.
Komurasaki was clearly running credit card fraud.
Facts, yo. Finesse queen of Wano.
How did she get her way up to that point?
She was washing towels, bro, and they noticed she had a fat ass, and they just made her the best because no one else had ass like that. That's all it was.
Even female rappers got tossed the ass.
Yo, stop. This man.
Batman suit get revealed.
The gay Batman suit?
Yo, stop. What is wrong with you?
Why Batman suit gay?
Everybody's telling me, yo. Watch this. The
That
funny
guy's
thing is,
not
Valley,
gay.
what did I tell you?
Oh, we're talking about Robert
Valley
Pattinson.
asked me what I think about the
Yeah.
Batman, right? I told Valley, I don't know until I hear what Yeet says first. I got.
Oh shit! Yo, that reveal was kind of crispy. Like the first one, who was in that red room. That shit looked kind of hard.
Yeah, it was dope. It looked dope.
Yeet
told me
wildin'.
that the new Batman is the gay dude, the gay vampire from Twilight.
No.
How was he gay and he had a girlfriend the whole
I
series?
did not say that. Yeah,
This
I did
nigga
not say
Grant
that.
Shogun does not appropriate the homosexual community.
I did not say
You
that.
hear that, right?
I did not.
Damn, is it cancel Grand 2020? That's crazy. That's wild,
Grant does
bro.
not support the homosexual community.
That is not what I said.
All right, I'm sorry. He meant to say he does not he doesn't provide any support for them.
We know BDV does.
You don't want to see two dudes kissing. That's what he's saying.
BDV going as Donovan, so I don't really know where we draw the line. It's a little confusing now. So you telling me it's a spectrum? I got you.
The lines where I choose to draw.
It's weird to see two guys a bit.
In college in sociology, there is an LGBTQ, whatever you call it, spectrum.
Fuck them ABC cunts.
ABC.
Apparently, you're either a little bit of gay, you're like not gay, a little bit gay, all the way gay. That's what they said.
Yo, if you're gay, you're gay. No, I'm a little bit of gay.
It's kind of
What
weird.
do you mean a little bit of gay? I only like the tip.
I mean, a little bit of gay.
I only like the
That black guy's all this
He's
information.
gay.
He's gay. Yo.
You're a little bit gay. I only like the tip. Fuck that.
Yo.
I think, hold on.
I'm not
I think
doing
they
this,
mean
Sean.
that,
I heard.
you know how you have some niggas
I
in the locker room
only
that always
like
slap
the
niggas back?
tip. Oh yeah.
Do you know what? If this is still showing up on the YouTube, I bet that gets ended quickly.
Actual.
Facts. So, moral of the story is Grand didn't say none of that shit. That's the moral of the story.
Yeah, don't be talking about what the
Grand didn't say none of that.
P.S. Valley likes the chapter.
P.S. Valley.
Because I will not have this propagated for no reason.
But did you say Valley like traps?
Wow. Valley likes the chapter. Please don't. Y'all niggas is wild.
Hashtag Valley's an older bastard.
You said it was the dude from Twilight. That was you
Valley,
told
I'm
me.
gonna have to unsub you.
Yo, stop. This propaganda, man. I can't stand it.
My next question is, Valley, how do you feel about Haku?
Oh.
This nigga brought it all the way back. Wow. Wow. I mean, Haku was a strong ninja from what I remember. He's a strong, independent ninja who don't need no man. That's all I remember.
I'm glad you described
BB, stop, bro. He was a powerful ninja. Yo, did you not see the ice mirrors? He was out here.
Very powerful.
No,
He's a
you
very-
described what he did.
I'm
How
with
do
you.
you feel generally? What emotions do you bring up when you think about Haku?
I was thinking it was a sad. This nigga. It was a sad story. You know what I'm saying? Of
You know about that ice ninja that pretended to be a girl?
Yeah, that guy.
he just wore clothes and he happened to come off as a girl.
Looking ass motherfucker.
Oh, Kiku. Yo.
Jesus Christ.
Yo, I like how Valley's dancing around. He's explaining everything but how he feels about Haku.
Yo, he was from the land of waves. He fought with Zabuza.
Okay.
Zabuza was hard.
Zabuza was that nigga, bro. He was out here.
Yeah, but you're not explaining how you felt about Haku. Like,
What do you mean how I felt about him? He was an integral part of that battle. You know what I'm saying? He helped Naruto and Sasuke learn teamwork and strategy.
He definitely went on, one.
Black, you see him? You see how he's dancing around this shit, right? Black?
You mean explaining? What do you want from me?
Definitely went 1v3.
I have a feeling that BDV wants me to say that Haku was cute, and I refuse to do it.
Either way, Valley. Either way, you answer it. Either you're a homophobe or you like gay people.
Yo, and you wait. I like gay people, so I can't like gay people.
No, you're attracted to gay people.
I also want this to go on note that again. Started cancer, and
Wow, I was just telling you that the suit that was it.
I'll stand for the Grand Shogun right here. He don't like that cum in his beard. He's a good man.
Coming his beard, yo, that's a wild statement.
Wow.
Hey, let's stand it up for you.
That's
stand
a
up for you.
wow.
Wow.
Yeah. That's
I'm
funny.
supporting my guy right here. What's wrong with you?
That's actually funny.
Information apparently I'm fighting cancer.
Yeah. BDV Pirates is taking over right now.
You're either happy that I'm supporting you're not gay, or
So chapter 972. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, what do you mean? That's hilarious.
Really good chapter. Really good chapter.
So wait. Now, do you like Haku or not? Yes,
Yo, Haku is one of the. He is one of the first characters
BDV.
Naruto seriously fights against, and you know what I'm saying.
No. Yes or no?
As a person, you know what I'm saying. Kaku deserves the right to be happy and make as many ice mirrors as he can. You know what I'm saying. I support it.
Do you like him as a character? Yes or no?
As a character, of course.
Yes.
Of course, him and Zabuza was a great pair of ninjas.
I'm glad you like that. Okay, good. I'm gonna sound clip that shit.
This nigga, you're the worst. The actual worst.
So Valley Vulture has a crush on Haku.
It turned into a crush now. Why can't I just like the character?
We good. We're talking about the chapter now. What's going on?
Wow. P.S. That was all bullshit.
Oh, you lied?
No,
you don't like Haku.
You're fucking leading the witness. That's what's going on right now. That's what actually happened. Y'all see this despicableness?
Wow.
Do you like Donovan?
Let me actually.
Do you like Donovan? Yo, chill.
How do you guys think that Oden got his swords back when he was in jail?
He always had them because Orochi's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, he is an idiot.
God, I see no other way for this man to have his swords at this moment.
At all. He couldn't,
I found that kind of strange. How
he couldn't have anything that looked like a sword in jail. Like,
Orochi learned his lesson in the
what
future.
the fuck is Orochi doing?
Why didn't he break himself out if he had his swords then?
Yo, quick question. So, when Oden was boiling, he told his scabbers that, hey, I'm really about to get low diffed right now in like a couple minutes. So, do this, and the third. So I'm like, yo, so he knows before he even went into the pot that he was going to die. So Oden really didn't trust him when he was like, hey, you want to let me out? I think that was kind of a thing to let the people know that, hey, this nigga ain't shit. He will never keep his word no matter how extreme the situation, no matter how much you do for him, he's going to switch it up. And he kind of, and I think that's what he was referring to at the end when he was like, all right, the country's mine now. And that's why Astrodoji is like, yo, you think like a kid, because he wasn't thinking ahead. If you made this proclamation in front of all these people that you were going to let him go, and you didn't let him go, he's like, huh, this nigga really ain't shit. You can see a nigga get boiled for an hour, survive, and shoot him in the face anyway. So it was like he's kind of turning the people on, or at least planting the seed that people will need to avenge Odin in the future.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he's showing like a weird amount of forethought, especially with that letter as well. And I don't think he's as much of an idiot as, you know, he was kind of trying to be passed off to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that kind of raised the chapter for me. That's why I'm like 7.58, because Odin kind of had the big brain moves there. I appreciate it.
My next question is this, right? If he couldn't beat Kaido, then why did he even challenge him in the first place?
You say if he could beat Kaido or if he couldn't?
Couldn't.
He could beat Kaido.
He could, right.
In the jail cell, he said, well, if we couldn't beat Kaido, we got to do it later on in 20 years.
He said, if I die, there'll be no one to take on Kaido. So he knew he could beat Kaido. But the situation he was in, he couldn't.
Yeah, but in the situation he's in right now, currently, before he got in the pot, if he had the sword, like, dumbass didn't take his swords away from him. Obviously, the Scabbards probably have their swords on them because there's no one for them to give them to.
And it's also been proven that the metal used in Wano has been super, super durable. So what are you trying to say?
But he was in a wooden box.
Was he in a wooden box?
Yeah.
Yes.
He was in that wooden thing that the samurai's been held in the present time, and that was
I'm
wooden.
pretty sure it's not like Adamwood.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they don't.
You're applying headcanon saying it's not.
They don't have their weapons with them when they're escaping.
Come on, like the fact that Odin had his at that moment in time, he could have got out then.
Yeah, they could have took the scabbard's weapon away as they're walking up to the thing.
Yeah.
And they probably just threw them all in there with their weapons, but then once they got out, you know. So it was like, all right, they're going to take my weapons when I leave, but I still have them now.
I'm not discounting Odin for what he did or anything. I'm just saying for the fact that, like, basic, the situation it is now, I'm being like, all trolling aside, all trolling aside, this is serious.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in a situation and you know it's nighttime or whatnot, and you have your swords, you have your before you even get your old lady to come take them up from you, wouldn't you not just go back out and do the same thing again?
The question is his hands handcuffed?
But
he broke them while in the oil.
The swords could have been right there for her to pick up, but he couldn't have touched them.
No, I'm saying we know how strong Odin is. He could break out the handcuffs easily.
He broke out the handcuffs while he was in the oil, so he was under pressure and still broke them out.
I thought it was oil that broke.
I don't think oil can break chains. After probably amount of time, but he did it quick though.
So yeah, he doesn't. Okay.
Like the chains make no difference.
Oh,
he doesn't have his weapons with him in the cell.
I thought he was passing them to her from the cell.
No, she's holding.
No, she's holding them.
Yeah, because he gave it to her.
He gave them to her.
No,
right?
He doesn't have them while he's in the cell.
You went back to like 970 or 971, and he was sitting down.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah, but they were wrapped up and shit. Well, I mean, I guess she could have got him from somewhere. She's a ninja, so.
Yeah, she would have got him from somewhere.
Ninja?
Well, not. Well, is she a ninja?
I'm thinking about the immediate get back. You know what I'm saying?
Or samurai. Well, if Oda just drew it, if Oda just drew it weirdly, and she just had the swords, and then she went to see him once she got the swords because she's like a fucking boss for some reason, then I guess that would give Toki kind of a feat, being able to steal the blades and talk to Odin with no one looking.
Security around that. Gonna try to give them back to him.
Yeah, like, well, hold on. Yeah, why? If she got the swords, why did she give them to him?
Wait. That's what I'm thinking. She's trying to give them back.
She's trying to give it back to him. Yeah.
Yeah, but that opens up more questions. Though. Like, why didn't?
Why didn't he take it? Okay, so that would have to imply that he was planning to do this self-sacrifice thing when he got captured.
Right. Exactly.
Oh shit! Off jump, he was like, "All right, I can't keep fighting this nigga. I'm gonna have to become Batman and become a symbol for these niggas." And hopefully somebody will turn up.
He wanted to bite off of Roger's like height.
Bite off of Roger. I don't think Roger died in oil.
No, remember, Roger said, "I'm not gonna die," and he told his wife,
yeah, but say
he was not even there.
His wife said, "You're not gonna die." He didn't say, "I'm not gonna die."
No, he said, "I don't care if I soul will live forever."
He said his soul's gonna be like, I don't know.
I just said my soul will live forever.
Like he said I don't.
Roger did, but differently.
He said he wasn't referring to him dying. He was talking about people forgetting him. He said they can forget me for all I care. My soul will live on. So it's not that he don't care about not dying. He's just he doesn't care if they remember what happened here because Kaido was talking to him about this moment being legendary.
I don't know. Dr. Hero said that a man only dies when he's forgotten.
That is true.
So I guess they have a conflict of ideals because it's like you can forget about Odin, but you know what I'm saying, what Wano stands for, I guess, is bigger than that. Bigger than Orochi, bigger than Kaido, something like that.
Like I said, I'm not putting them in feet away, but I'm saying that's kind of like, for me, I'm more of a proactive type person. If I could get out and whoop somebody's ass, I'm getting out whooping the ass.
These children, these swords.
At this point, it's no longer about the people. It's about self-preservation for my family.
I mean, I guess you can't think. I'm not saying that's a selfish way to think, but when you're in charge of more than just your family, because we're regular niggas, and when we get a family, we're in charge of that family. But he has a family plus an entire country. Yeah, so it was like
he did what you guys hated so much for Wano.
You talking about dancing in the street? The thing you told me you didn't like either? Don't. He be trying it, boy. He be trying it.
Black is on a soapbox right now. He's happy that everybody's choosing to like Loden.
That's
I
crazy.
didn't like it. I didn't like it for one specific reason. Is because although I knew it was some heroic shit,
Right.
I still just didn't like how they just had to portray him twerking.
This nigga
And
Black don't
I
believe it.
feel
I
you.
can't believe it. It's 2020.
And over the years, like, I mean, y'all should be like, hey, you getting better, bro.
BDV just said niggas can't shake a little ass in 2020. That's crazy, BDV.
Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you.
That's crazy.
Homophobia should not be an agenda in 2020.
Yo, Graham, why you got all this controversial shit on your channel, bro? Y'all tackling big problems over here.
You know it's because hype is on here, man. Hype. It gets in the stream.
I didn't even say anything.
That might be factual.
I said homophobia should not be a thing in 2020. I'm saying it's good. Whatever they choose to be.
BDV is like a fucking emperor level troll. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. These mental hula hoops, man.
Bring facts over here. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Fucking yeet.
Wow. All day.
Yeet.
Right.
Yeet, what did you get the chapter? What did you get a chapter, Yeet?
Captain Facts Yeet out here.
Captain Facts Yeet. What did you give the chapter?
Last year era, always bet on Captain Facts Yeet.
Yeah, like he has nonsense in his name.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
What?
I'm about to say, man, this nigga Yeet been biting my shit, bro, this whole time. I don't know what it is, man. This nigga hype trying to be like
his name.
This
His
name
name is
trying to be like you got me talking about my upset.
Wow.
I don't know what's going on, man.
Wow. So nonsense homophobic. Y'all hear that, right?
Homophobic. When did this happen?
Right.
Oh
Hey,
no!
look, tell the goddamn LMNOP they better stay their ass over there. That's all I know.
You and Matt B about to get arrested. I swear to God.
It's not called self-defense. A motherfucker touch unwarranted, I will beat that nigga ass. What you talking about?
Hands. This man said hands for days.
Guess I'll see you guys later.
What do you mean? You're having a wholesome combo.
Grant just came out to be homo. You still rock with him?
What?
Hurt.
What?
Hurt.
He was homo. You still rock with him?
My boy Grant not homo though. He gets vagina. That's what
Vagina. I was not expecting to hear that word today.
Why didn't you use yourself?
I can't do that. I'm asking the question.
I can't do that. I can't do that. Yeah. He said, "This is not about me."
Right.
That's wild. That nigga Yeet be tripping.
Yo, Yeet is
I didn't say
fucking crazy.
what is wrong with you?
I can't do that.
Everybody,
bro.
Valley already came at like 9.
No. You've been coming at me for the past 3 days.
Damn. No rest for the wicked.
It's alright if you feel that way.
No rest for the wicked.
Everybody gets their turn. You good.
Ridiculous. This fucking
troll, man.
all the time.
See what happens, man.
Shaking my face. Oh, these random cubes. Do y'all know what they are? Toward the end of the chapter? Like when Momo Hiyori is sleeping. Yo, you know what's hilarious? Hiyori doesn't give a fuck about her dad. This nigga Momo went to sleep crying and she's just knocked the fuck out.
I don't think he already knows. I don't think he already knows
Everything else is straight.
Yo, that cube is the Tesseract.
There's like 7 of them.
Right.
7 Tesseracts.
Infinity stones plus one more.
Yeah.
Are those all? Oh shit! Are those all letters? Are those letters? Like just folded up letters? Or is that food? I feel like it's important because they told us not to blank, so I feel like the whole Hour of Legends was like this chapter.
You know, Oden writing that book, right? You think he like made another copy and gave it to Hiyori? I mean, Toki.
Oh, you talking about his logs?
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah, that could be a thing.
I think he gave the main copy to Hiyori. I mean, to Toki and Hiyori. Well, he gave the main copy to Toki, and Toki made a copy and gave it to Hiyori.
Next question though, like, why didn't he tell Scabbers about the past?
I mean,
like, he didn't tell him the history.
Maybe he didn't think he was gonna die.
Nigga, you in the jail cell. That moment time you already said you're gonna die.
Yeah, like it's over with.
Trying to tell him.
I mean, he clearly asked if he lived to stay. Hey,
yeah, but we just came to the conclusion that he already accepted that he's gonna die.
Yeah, we did.
So we just came to that conclusion. So why didn't he tell Scabbers that, like, that information?
Well,
I'm pretty sure at that time he expected his Scabbers, at least one of them, to at least make it.
Remember when
this nigga nonsense, man.
Remember when Rayleigh and them was saying that when we got to the raft tail and the treasure and all that, that we couldn't do anything about it? Maybe Odin kind of felt that same way. It's just like, I could tell you, but it would be like me telling you how to build a rocket ship. Like, what the fuck you gonna do with it? You don't have the parts. You ain't smart enough.
If I'm going 20 years in the future, I'm pretty sure someone else has information that they might need it.
He didn't know they was going 20 years in the future.
He asked Toki. He asked Toki to do it.
What do you mean? Did you read the same chapter?
Oh, Jesus.
So he told Toki to send them 20 years into the future.
Yes.
He said, like, the last thing before she read up the letter is like, Toki, I need you to use your power. And Toki's power is to travel to the future.
I'm saying he did not know that he was going to send all of them to the future. He probably wrote that. When he wrote that, he was probably talking about sending Momo and Hiyori. He wasn't talking about the retainers because he probably was under the same assumption that they were going to die with him until he pulled off that feat.
I don't think so.
Well, nah, because before the battle even started, that's when he gave her the letter. Like, he still had his swords and everything. He still had his kimono and shit. His hairline was still crispy. So I think that was before they went. What? It was either right in between when Orochi came and then they decided to go to Kaido, or even before Orochi came. So we don't know when this letter was given out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But still, he had enough time to tell Scabbers that information.
But if it's before the battle, and he said, "I will not be able to beat them," he has to assume that if he dies, his Scabbers die.
I mean, I think it's a good way to look at it, because if Odin dies, his Scabbers are gonna ride or die, and you know what I'm saying. So I see what Black's saying. So it might be just like, hey, take my family and whoever else, maybe even Yasu, and be like, go to the future. You know what I'm saying? And then she was like, fuck that. I'ma stay here. I'ma send these niggas and my kids, but I want to die, with the person, I love and all that shit.
My question also to this is, right, so y'all tell me he came up with the plan to put his Scabbers on the plank last minute?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick maths. That nigga was ready.
It wasn't stated. It wasn't stated that the public execution before that was going to be a boiler, was it?
I think he said he was going to be boiled alive when he was in the cell. Yeah.
Even to the point that even Momo knew about it. So, and they're like miles away from where the capital.
Yeah, because a whole bunch of people came, so they had to advertise for it and shit. So if like
in the past, Momo said that he saw Odin being boiled.
Yeah, that was definitely a big plot point. I was waiting on that.
I was hoping that they take the powder to Odin's house.
That would be that'd be some raw shit. Yeah, I'm a boy this nigga in front of you. That's crazy.
Well, yeah, that's how I thought initially, that he got boiled inside the castle in front of his family.
See, if I was Orochi, I would make sure. If I was Orochi, I would make sure it would have been the way I wanted it to be done. I would wet that nigga Odin up and threw his ass in the pot.
Thanks.
I mean, not if Kaido don't agree to it though.
Not somebody. If you wet Odin, right, and you throw him in the pot, what happens when you throw wet water in the pot, bro?
Get a fire.
I'm like, yeah. If I wanted it to be done fast, I'm gonna do it be done the right way. I don't give him no chances. Nope.
That shit funny.
I mean,
let me be a bad guy of any
but
show.
Orochi probably lost all say in the relationship the moment he had his
His grandmother killed.
uh,
Yeah,
oh my
exactly. You're
god,
right.
just gave away another egg. Yeah, I'm done with it.
Yo,
Yeah,
um,
like yeah.
this quick maths though on this letter. Y'all help.
Gave away a kid.
Y'all help me out on that, cause I don't know when Odin's talking about. Me and Nap was talking about it the other day. Odin, when he was talking to Toki in his letter, and he was talking about the 20 years in the future. So I was like,
So
yo,
okay,
you when does this
So,
timeline stack up?
so this
you
is what
talking?
I'm thinking. Like me and Graham was talking. He said instead of Luffy, it could be Shirahoshi, and then that
You
does
can
play
base it on
into the
Shiro.
whole. That plays into the whole him
What's that?
showing up with the Fishman pirates and Shirahoshi Poseidon is right there. That also gives a way for them to beat Kaido because they have an ancient weapon.
Okay, the reason I don't think it's Shirahoshi is because in the letter it says the primary figures of this war will muscle their way through the new world. Shirahoshi doesn't own any muscles, so it's
He
we're
doesn't
not,
know it's
huh?
but
She got that
but
titty meat
but
though.
Facts.
you would assume uh, a weapon. You know what I'm saying?
I
Would
feel
be
like
dangerous.
I feel like they're
Muscles,
talking
power.
about either a group of people, or a person strong enough to get into the new world. And when they say the new world, are they talking about the physical location, or are they talking about the new age of piracy?
I would. I think it's probably the physical.
Okay,
Yeah,
and the new world is actually one half of the Grand Line, right?
Right.
And that
yeah.
was is it after Reverse Mountain, or is it smaller than that for the new world?
I thought it was after.
Okay, I was just making sure it wasn't like another like cutoff. 'Cause I remember Paradise was
They
somewhere.
fucked up. They fucked up for real.
What do you mean?
Imagine if you put like, what's the name? What's the Kappa guy name again?
Shutemaru.
He's a fishman.
Kawamatsu.
Kawamatsu. I almost said Shutemaru.
If that nigga would hit that oil, that'd been a good fish.
This wow.
This nigga is so stupid.
That's crazy. This man.
Yep. But am I wrong?
I
So
mean,
look.
but
Look on
if
the chat. Who do y'all think is the traitor now?
if Cat Viper hit the oil, would it taste
Bruh,
like
that'd be
Chinese
some
food?
good. That would be
All
some
right,
good.
y'all. It
I'm
was nice
saying-
hanging with y'all.
I'm just saying, though, like-
Oh, this dude exit stage left. These
Hey,
niggas.
Nigga Grant fell. Nigga Grant fell right
I
to
want to
my
ask
face
y'all a
real quick.
question.
Fell right to my
Yo.
face.
Yo, niggas.
What's
Let me,
up?
let me ask you a question.
You?
Why did Kaido say, "Oh, sorry about that old hag. I killed her"? Like
This-
that implies that he didn't like the fact that she interrupted with the fight. Then why did Kaido hit Odin?
All right, here's my theory with that.
Oh
Odin.
wait.
I got after you get done though.
Alright.
I was gonna answer. Was you in the call yesterday when me and I was saying that it could have been implied that him and Odin were about to clash. Momonosuke calls his name. Odin turns his head. Kaido's still coming anyway. It hits. That's what could have been implied by the way Oda's drawing Wano right now. I
I
think that with him apologizing like that, I think that's kind of what happened.
I think when Kaido got sliced down, he was shell shocked to say the least, and he kind of got. I don't know if you ever got like fucking snuck by somebody, and you kind of turn around, and you start swinging on the first motherfucker you see. I think it was almost like that. Like Odin. I mean, Kaido just got up from transforming. He's bleeding, bloody. He saw a figure and he swung. And then he looked over and saw Momonosuke and then the old lady laughing and all that shit. And she was like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying?
Alright.
You probably had him killed on the battlefield or something like that. Like the dude who was holding you, pretending to hold him hostage, you probably like, hey, kill that bitch. And then that just happened.
See, my thoughts process was basically when Kaido got cut, I think he gained some respect for Odin.
Yeah.
Because before that, Kaido has not been touched. And that explains why he feels the way he feels now. Like the closest thing he had to a good fight was with Odin.
Yeah.
Like a fair 1-for-1 fight, and she stole it from him.
All right.
Facts.
It's like a man-to-man battle. I never seen Kaido felt like Kaido was like a punk or anything. That's why I didn't jump on the Lido line. Why don't hype?
So my next thing is that why do you guys rate all these chapters 9s and 10s where there's so many like confusion and you have to kind of fill in the blank for yourself for things that aren't clearly explicitly stated in the chapter?
Here we go.
Okay, the reason why I cannot rate it because
That's a fair question to me.
Here we
I
go.
base my rating off of like how much cancer can I pull out the chapter.
You based your shit off what? Say it again, BB. My bad.
I base my rating off of how much cancer can I pull off the chapter.
Oh, shit. Yo, these answers.
And the more holes there is, the better chapter is for me.
That's
That way,
There was a lot of cancer in the page.
if I ask around right now, the Sanji versus Page One fight, what did I rate that chapter?
Damn, you did rate it like a 9, 10, like a 9,
There's
8.
so much
You
missing
rated
in
pretty
it.
high. We can't know who won that fight.
It's such a troll.
Wait,
That's
so
such
did
a
you
troll.
make that chapter a 9 because of the Big Mom part at the end?
No, I rated the chapter as a whole. The Big Mom part at the end was also like the icing on cake, but
Icing on the cake.
Oh, you mean when she lost her memory?
Yeah.
Oh,
She washed up on the shore.
bro,
Right?
everyone loved that so much. It was great.
me,
That was great.
I can say this, me and Captain Yeet was laughing about that chapter. From like Captain Yeet liked the chapter because Big Mom, he doesn't like Big Mom. For me,
That's funny.
I'm not a fan of Sanji Form 3. Sanji's third form.
I'm not either. I don't like
Form
that.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, what? Did I miss something?
Based
Hell
on
no.
second
Form
form
3.
is Alexander, form 3 is racial. But the racial skirt.
But it's not a form, though.
Form 2 is like Sanji Vince mode.
That's funny.
Bro.
Form 3
That's
is like
funny.
How did we even get to Sanji? What
Yo,
is
that's
this?
funny.
I feel like Black and Non are trying not to answer Florian's question. Because he definitely wanted to know about these nines.
I mean, Grant just gave
That's
it.
funny.
I was waiting on him.
He was asking y'all. I didn't give it a 9.
That's funny.
Always
This is
start
the
nines,
thing.
always trying to say,
Warren was in the call
something
yesterday.
one, but we
Well,
can
we
never know.
answered the question. We
But Florian-
gave our reason why we gave like the chat.
Yeah, but
No, I'm
Florian,
talking about
answer the
this
question
chapter.
for me. Oh, for this chapter, the reason why I gave it a
Yeah,
7.
no, but my question
Well-
was why is it so high when there's so many unanswered questions that leaves us with like, oh, we kind of have to make theories
So
on what
this
kind of
is my
happened or
question. This is my question. Was this chapter not a classic One Piece chapter? Was this not a
No.
classic One
That's
Piece chapter?
One Piece is all about the theories. Like that's
Hey,
why we can make so many videos and have a specific channel just talking about One Piece.
No, but the theories that One Piece has is like, oh, where did this guy come from? Where did this? It's not about. No one ever made a theory on like events that we see happen, but we didn't fully see happen, and then we kind of have to fill in the blank because it wasn't really told us, and we're probably not going to go back to that, that moment.
Well, Sanji did run away from the fight. We seen it.
That's
start.
right.
Oh my god, bro.
It's like,
Come on.
So hype. Is you running for me in Pokemon the same way?
Rush it.
Page 1?
Oh shit.
ooh,
Yo, we got to catch these hands because I'm not tired of you
Is you running for me in Pokemon the same way Sanji ran from page 1? Is that
Run
what you saying
away.
right now, sir?
So no,
That
we
nigga
agree
Sanji
here.
running from page 1. I'm not running.
That's funny.
Oh, okay, so Sanji didn't run that. That's what I like to hear.
I said that nigga Sanji running
All
from page 1. I am not running.
Nah, man, you scared, nigga. You
I
running.
specified on that one. Really
I
quick.
specified.
Why are you so scared, BDB? I don't understand.
Yo, I can't wait till tomorrow. This nigga now about to get done dirty.
Dirty.
I'm really not, though.
Hell no, man.
You about to get done dirty. You about to get done dirty than the pole on a strip club when everybody got yeast infection.
Oh wow.
The details were astounding.
Technically, that pole would be kind of clean, wouldn't it?
No, it
No,
dirty.
he got yeast infection.
I mean, if it was my club, I would definitely clean the pole after every dance, but that's just me.
Every dancer is
every
supposed to clean their bowl.
I was
Exactly.
gonna say, yeah, the pole before they get on there, they clean it before they get on there, so it's still gonna be clean. You know what I'm saying? So what you saying?
We talking about back room script club. Like no one, there's no
Back room.
inspection there at all.
Hole in the wall strip.
What was that nigga name?
Exactly.
What was that nigga name from
I
Literally
like
a
Hype
dog
know
in
a
the
lot
corner
about
giving-
this, man. You know what I'm saying? What, you got something to tell us, Hype? You know, you got some.
Oh
some
no.
experience with that, bro?
Oh
Hey, yo.
no.
That's why the rules don't touch them.
That's funny.
Oh,
Yo,
shit.
That's why the rule says don't touch them.
That is funny.
It's not for them, it's for us. Oh shit. son of a bitch. We figured it out.
That rule is definitely not like real.
The back room though. That's hilarious.
Shoot, you think
No,
thought
what
Odin was
was-
burning?
What was Florian's question? He was saying why people rank.
Why y'all niggas capping so much? Is basically what that nigga was asking y'all. Why the fuck are y'all capping? he did low key.
We capping?
Florian, please explain this for.
Yeah, I agree with Florian.
For
Though.
real?
Wano is a 4. Wano is
That's
a 4.
crazy.
Wow.
You're a troll.
Y'all
I
are
don't
so
trust you.
discussional.
I agree.
I remember, what's it called? Last stream when we were talking about how, like, we were saying how One Piece has changed a lot. Can we agree on that at least?
I don't know about that. Yeah,
I agree. I agree
Hey,
because
I never
In what ways?
I love
but,
Sanji
like,
for
They're
that.
saying the writing. Right.
One Piece has changed tremendously more just in Wano alone. One Piece has always been a long, slow burn series where there's a lot of build up to, like, you know, a big payoff. And now we're getting a lot of build up for little payoff, and a lot of things are getting off screen. Things aren't really making sense. Everything is going super fast paced now. It's kind of just being thrown in our face, and we're just gonna have to absorb the information extremely fast now. For example, this is a little thing, and it's not the only reason why Wano was a 4, but there was one chapter we're at somewhere. I forgot where we're at. I think we're in the prison, and the next thing we see, Zoro loses his sword. Right? He lost his Shisui. Just like, all right, that happened, right?
But
And
that's
then
regular, though.
and we
That same thing
What
happened in Dressrosa though.
That's regular. That
Yeah.
Zoro always loses his swords.
what do you mean?
He
the
either
same thing
gets off
happened?
or loses his sword.
Sanji loses his feet.
No,
It's not even about that.
This is his feet.
Yeah, I know. I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Shut up.
You never see Cycle as you.
That's facts.
Anyways, to continue on to that point, then we get into this whole new plot line that we weren't even, like, you know, aware of in the first place, that he lost his swords now to this one guy, and then we get into this, like, little try to what's it called, this little plot of, like, what's it called, what's the word I'm looking for, not a main, like, this subplot of Wano, and it just doesn't flow well as a story. It's just everything is extremely choppy. Nothing really makes sense, and it's just kind of being thrown in our face. It's very, very sloppy. Wano has just been all over the place. And this chapter was one of the better chapters of Wano, right? And I could agree that I've been giving, like, these flashback chapters, like, a lot of stuff hasn't been making sense, like how, you know, what Kaido said, oh, I killed the old hag, and then you have the other thing where he has the sword in the he's giving the swords to Toki. We don't know if, like, Toki got the swords or he gave him like,
Where the other
just like, all right,
daimyo?
so that just happened, right? We don't really get any backstory or context behind it. It's just that, oh, this is what happened, right? Why did even they let him visit her? I mean, let her visit him. Like, it's just things are being thrown in our face and nothing's being fleshed out at all anymore. Like, nothing's being fleshed out.
What happened to the other daimyo that was supposed to help Odin?
Yeah, and that too. Like, where's everybody else? Like, there's so many questions. Just like,
It was answered. It was
Who was supposed to? What other daimyo? What you mean?
There was each city or each region, I believe, or city has a daimyo.
You guys go back and read Wano. Go back and read.
They got to, bro. They got to, bro, because otherwise, like, these questions are already being answered, and it's like with Florian saying, you know, it's
like
still build
Yasui
up.
and all them. Why did they like trying to? Why don't they try to help?
We can't even rebut.
Like, why did Odin say, if I can't defeat Kaido, no one could defeat him when Whitebeard and Roger are still alive? I mean, no,
Roger
actually,
was
Roger
dead.
died. Roger died.
He said nobody in Wano.
He did not say nobody in Wano. He said no one. Don't be adding shit. He said no one.
I fucked with you, Florian. You got it.
If I fail to defeat him, there will be no others who can stop Kaido for a long time.
All right, you said in Wano. That's not what he said.
But you know he's talking about in Wano though. Like that's
why are we inferring that now? Before we couldn't add context out of nowhere. Now we can do it. Before it was given to us clearly. Now we gotta assume shit.
And how is he gonna contact Whitebeard?
Send a ship? Just
where the fuck you gonna find him at? Right? What do you mean? He's a pirate.
So you telling me that ain't nobody giving out Viva cards in this motherfucker?
Ain't nobody.
Love me better. Keep me happy. Make me feel anything.
But like, you know how Izo is from Wano and he's on Whitebeard's crew, right?
Boom.
Like, why did she never come? He never come back to Wano.
And you know they got his Viva card, so they can use the Viva card to get to Izo.
Watch this Valley. I said all this to Valley already.
Fuck Wano, fuck
shit.
my brother. I don't care about anything. Like,
I am loving this shit because I told Valley all this shit already.
Oh shit! Oh shit! It's all coming back. But real quick,
If I told you all of this, then you know it's invalid.
You know it's invalid, right? Exactly.
That might be facts, but all right, Black. You said we have to go back and read Wano because the daimyo was already being told what happened to them. I don't remember that. Could you please enlighten me? Because I'm obviously ignorant.
Can I say it real quick?
What's up?
Sorry. In the story, it said that Orochi came around after Odin died and told them either you get down or lay down, and most of them chose not to. That they could have did something before then.
But how did they end up? How they all end up in jail in the present day?
Because they didn't bow down to Orochi.
No.
Oh,
it was stated when Odin came. Hold on. When Odin came back, it was stated. I think 968. It was stated that all they tricked. They was able to fool all the daimyo. And the daimyo was scared to deal with Orochi because he had the backing of Kaido. That's what it was saying.
Okay, so they were still there. They were just scared. They needed someone to rally behind. Why didn't they show up when Odin rallied niggas to fight Kaido? Is what I'm saying.
Exactly.
About Higoro too.
He only went with his scabbards.
Higoro was in prison.
Yeah, Higoro was in prison.
Yeah, Higoro's in prison, but the other niggas was free.
Oh, I'm thinking of Yasui. Yasui was
why would he get the other? Why would he get the other daimyo? And he told Yasui to protect his family
because he needed.
Was covering all ends.
He needed someone to protect his fam. He needed someone to protect his family. Yasui was strong to protect his family.
Thousands of men to get to Kaido.
The daimyo ain't doing shit.
They might not be doing shit, but they have the power to do something. How do you know that? We didn't get any panels. Tell me one name of a daimyo. Tell me one name of a daimyo. I need one name. Since y'all know these niggas not strong enough, tell me one name of a daimyo.
You know they're not.
Fucking exactly. We don't know nothing about no daimyo. Who?
The motherfucker with the T got the same last name as fucking Toki, and the other one that got the resemblance of fucking Zoro. I don't know the nigga name, but the other one resembles Zoro.
That's all we know about them. So how y'all know they not strong? One of them taught Kinemon the Firefox style.
You guys want to defend it like you guys know this information.
That's what I'm saying. We don't know.
It's a story that they were all scared to fight Kaido.
Who ain't scared to fight Kaido? Just because you're not as strong as Odin doesn't mean you're weak.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Odin is the main character of the flashback. Of course he got nuts. He got fucking elephant-sized nuts because he's the MC. Higoro got through in jail after getting beat up.
Exactly.
What?
Right.
I'm
telling you.
Wow.
You said who ain't scared to fight Kaido? We gave you name, And now you saying those ain't
He'll
good names.
okay.
But y'all niggas talking about daimyos who ain't
Hyogoro.
seen niggas do shit.
One of them taught Kinemon. One of them taught Kinemon the Firefox style. So that nigga was proficient with a sword, and he knew a sword style that even Zoro doesn't know yet, and was impressed by. So I think he could have done something to at least king or queen. Shit, I think by themselves because okay, so they're daimyo, but they're not a big group. They're all not together. So if Kaido and Orochi comes to your door with an army and you by yourself, of course you're gonna be like, all right, I'ma fuck with you.
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell no.
Nah, nigga, that's you. Nap, stop putting you in the story, Nap. This is not the Nap story. Exactly.
All that slack. I get all that slack.
That nigga Nap trying to trying to tell them niggas, hey.
I'm told no.
That's what I'm saying.
But now nonsense say everybody's okay with it.
That's funny.
Okay, wait. Okay, with what?
Now this is I want to like continue off because that was just like small little things, and there's just so many other things that just hasn't been adding up. Like how when Zoro got cut, he fainted from Killer.
That was weird.
So Killer and Zoro ain't on the same level?
No, but that doesn't mean anything if they're on the same level.
Apparently.
Scythe was poisoned or Zoro fell asleep. One of those two.
Oh, Zoro fell asleep.
Alright, we're not listening to Eat no more.
And all this information that's never been given to us. There's no hint
They're quote unquote the second person, the first person underneath the captain. So they're on the same level.
So by your logic, right? If Killer slapped Zoro and he fainted, right? He was like, oh wait, they're on the same level. That's why they fainted. You don't judge them based off their level. You judge them based off the attack. He got one cut, one stab wound. Yet we see him in the pre-time skip. He was able to tank Luffy's pain and have a puddle of blood everywhere.
Why are you comparing a long ass fight in Thriller Bark, and then this nigga taking on Luffy's blood, like taking on that pain with this shit here?
Much worse than one stab wound.
Totally different things. That's not a good comparison.
They are very different.
That's not a good comparison at all.
Alright, Mihawk slashed that nigga across the chest and he was still awake. The world's strongest swordsman slashed that nigga across his chest. But listen to my words, he was still awake. He didn't pass out.
Mihawk held back.
Right.
From killing him, but still.
Stop. People faint because of blood loss, right? People faint because of how much blood they lose. Correct? That's just physics. That's easy science.
No, that's not always the case. You can faint from shock.
Wait. All right, from pain. You can faint from pain. You can faint from a lot of other things.
Killer stabbed him in a vital moment. Is it not feasible to say that?
He got stabbed in the shoulder.
Yeah.
What vital part is in your shoulder?
I invite you to my ship as a BDV pirate.
Yo.
How it's just simple. You only faint from either pain or blood loss. That's the only thing.
Wait. If you're putting pain out there as an option,
what rules in One Piece have you seen people faint from? Like, base it on that. Just One Piece rules.
Have we seen anyone faint yet? Like faint? Who?
Yeah, we seen Piranha C fainted when Usopp scared her. Fainted when you underwater and they passed out.
From oxygen deprivation. Okay.
Hockey.
Yeah.
Passed out from hockey. So it wasn't hockey. It wasn't oxygen deprivation. It wasn't being scared. I don't think it could be pain.
It can't be blood because he lost way more blood and he didn't faint.
Poison on the stomach.
What are you saying, Black? I can't hear you.
It's a stomach. He's hungry.
Throw that out there.
Exactly. This is the thing.
Wait, what? Hockey?
When it's literally indispensable.
Yeah, it does.
See, Florian, that's why my answer to your question, the first one.
Wait, what'd you say?
That's why I answered the question the way I answered it when you asked the first question. For me, it gives so much leeway for me to just add shit in.
That's funny.
That everybody else has to be like, well, maybe he has a point, even though it's bullshittery.
Yeah, man, it's so open ended. You can throw any explanation in there and it'd be like, oh well, maybe.
Everybody has to accept it.
Yeah, because it's like you can't disprove it.
That's bad storytelling
Yeah,
at that point.
like just because you can't disprove it doesn't mean it's good.
Say,
Yeah.
I always say it's bad storytelling.
That's funny.
That's why I answered the question the way I did the first time. So
does BDV have a point? I don't like this. BDV, stop making sense.
To me,
hey, I'm just saying I like to add shit in and everybody falls for this shit. I'm like, okay.
Terrible. So really, the real villain here is BDV, but everyone going at foreign. I'm dying. He's just like in the background, pulling strings, being maniacal.
This just helps me with the whole entire Sanji ran away.
Oh my god.
Lies.
I'm not on that. My thing is, I don't understand how you.
Oh my god.
Drake was fighting. Drake tail whipped him into a house, and then Sanji ran away to go try to get Hiyori. He ran away from Drake, and then he saw Zoro with Hiyori, and then he got heartbroken.
But Zoro got one shot by Killer, bro. Like Zoro literally got one shot by Killer. Zoro literally got one shot by Killer.
So by your Nap, by your explanation, the dude under the captain should be as strong as Zoro. So Beppo is Zoro level.
That's what he's trying to say. Sound like to me.
No. I said they're on the same level. I didn't say nothing as far as strong as. I said they're on the same level.
So Beppo is same level as Zoro.
Same level as Zoro. If y'all telling me Zoro is the VC, this is y'all saying this. I don't consider Zoro the VC.
I think he's a first mate.
Other people consider him the VC, the first mate, all this other stuff. So,
where are we going?
If that's the case,
the truth is, they're both in the worst generation. That's the only way they're on the same level. Not that they're both vice captains. They're both in the worst generation.
I mean, I agree.
Does not slide. There.
I agree.
Black, still giving you trouble?
Is Killer's nerf considered big enough to,
It's not a nerf.
Okay, yeet. Why isn't it nerf? I'm sorry, I just got mad. Like, what the fuck?
They say when you eat the smile fruit and you don't get any abilities. They say when you eat the smile fruit when you don't get any abilities, it takes away all your emotions. You just laugh. You can't stop. That's
so wait. So the words you just said was take away. That means you lost something. It means you no longer have the ability to do something. If you lost your hand and you had no longer the ability to grab shit, that's a loss.
That means I jacked my left hand then.
I
hate this nigga. Wait, what?
What? Taking away your emotions and you just laughing, not gonna take away like all your skills and your techniques and your like strength.
All right.
Take away
so as we've seen, Killer has been this way for a while now. Maybe a week, maybe a month. You tell me this nigga has been, when he wakes up, smiling. When he goes to sleep, smiling. When he takes a shit, he's smiling and probably laughing. You tell me that don't take a toll on you mentally? Really?
I don't know.
Okay, so if it takes yes, it does, because that shit fucks with you. You can't focus completely because you might get stabbed and you start laughing instead of like, oh shit, that hurt. That fucks with you. Your whole mental state is not yours anymore. It's like having dementia or some shit. That's a nerf, bro. And then he didn't have all his weapons, and then he was forced to work for somebody that imprisoned his friend. Okay, he got taken. What? No, those sides were not his original weapons. His original weapons were the two buzzsaw things.
He changed up over the time skip.
Well, no. Zoro can use a wooden sword. Just because he can use it doesn't mean it's at full power.
No, I'm saying Killer changed up what weapons he wants to use after the time skip.
No, he didn't.
So using that same example, right? When Zoro took the scythe from Killer, that meant that was Zoro's weapon now, and essentially he's no longer nerfed without having his three swords, because what you telling me is he switched up, right? And with Zoro being a proficient swordsman, he should be able to utilize that scythe with ease, right?
Yeah, that's what he did.
Wrong.
No, Yeet does not answer that question. My client Yeet does not answer that question.
Entrapment. Stop it.
Don't be trying to say this nigga, he already answered.
It's already over with, bro. Yeet just talking out his ass at this point.
I have to answer the question.
He said he can use the fight. He three sword style. He can use any type of blade weapon.
Well, that has never been said. One and two. You still haven't tackled. You still haven't tackled the fact that Killer was nerfed. Killer came into the fight nerfed, and then he got nerfed during the fight.
Down, nigga. Bet it all.
That nigga got nerfed twice.
He still got his muscle. He still got his techniques, his strength.
His techniques are 2 spinning blades on his fucking wrist. He lost one.
You can't blame me for what Killer wants to change up.
Killer didn't want to do anything. You think he wanted to be out there searching for Kumurasaki? No, he was ordered to do that by Orochi. And because they had kids.
He seemed pretty happy doing it, though.
Because of the smile fruit. Come on, BDB, stop. Y'all niggas are trolls. You say what?
Wow,
Wait, what?
What if Killer wanted some of that, but she bankrupted him? Now Killer's like, yo, let me kill her, bro. Let me get this missing.
Way to bring it back.
I'm sorry for actually taking you seriously.
Kudos to you.
I put actual effort into talking to this nigga.
You think somebody that's under Orochi gonna have to pay for that pussy?
I put.
Yo, she belonged to the streets? That's crazy.
I'm about to say, Orochi definitely got to pay. What do you mean?
Belong to the
He ain't gotta pay,
streets?
bro. He ain't gotta pay, man. That's all he is. I guarantee
For Kumurasaki? She turned a nigga down every time she saw him. What do you mean? His whole goal was to get at that, but he never did.
This nigga got 8 heads for snakes, bro. She ain't turning that down.
They ain't turning that down.
Bro, she was in this nigga's mouth because she turned him down.
This is no hentai, bro. This is not hentai, bro.
That's funny.
Doing that shit for show, nigga.
She was flexing. He was flexing on the gram. That's crazy.
A while ago, I said, wait, hold on. Matter of fact, a while ago, I said that she was tossing the ass to everybody. This nigga Nasa said no, she wasn't. But now he says she does.
And now she belongs to the streets, right? The switch up game.
I've been saying she was
To
at
the
home.
streets. She was at home. Take her to the city. She home. Y'all ridiculous. Oh.
That was like that when she got introduced to the story. I've been saying that.
Wow, man.
I just want to see a pattern. The only person that probably beat was Kyoshiro. Putting my chips on the table. Kyoshiro beat, and that's about it. And then he was probably her first customer, and he was like, "Well, this belongs to me now." Zoro ain't did shit. Zoro ain't even noticed that she's alive.
I mean, Zoro beat too. No.
Zoro did not beat. Zoro's a weak ass nigga.
Come on, man.
Yo, this man, all he wants to do is train with niggas. All he want to do is train with niggas. That's all he want to do. That's all you want to do.
I'm gonna say this, right? Warren just said there's so much shit left up in the interpretation. How are we gonna say he didn't?
Man, BDB quit, bro.
If he did, that mean he beat Otoko too.
Why would he beat
Is that for interpretation as well?
Always trying to make
Hey, I can play this game all day.
Yo.
Let's play this.
Hey, Grand.
I'm trying to make it weird.
Grand.
Smashing old girl with a child in the depression. That's a little loud.
Grand, you got Grand. You got this shit to set to 18 plus, right, Grand? This shit set to 18 plus, right?
The nigga said there's grass on the field, play ball, nigga.
You
know. Nigga wild.
That's
You calling my nigga R. Kelly and shit.
the tapes.
Hey, free Kels, man.
Free, nah.
Nah. Okay for Susan to get on Big Mom, even though she was like 10 and he was like 80.
He was just giving her food so he can beat niggas up for her.
He had a whole kid with her.
Okay, that's not proven. Stop making shit up. Stop.
How are you getting this nigga being 8 years old right now? This nigga's putting the story.
Hold on. It's left up for interpretation, bro.
No.
Every time. Every
time.
time.
All 2020. All 2020.
Yo. You got to read the story for yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? You have to look deep within yourself and ask, did Streusen beat? That's crazy.
All 2020.
Y'all niggas are ridiculous.
This nigga, man.
I mean, if we going that far, then definitely one shot Big Mom. If we talking about that, Cream took her down. You know what I'm saying?
You damn right. And my boy Sanji had the sauce.
Here we go.
The sauce.
Here we go.
That drip, you saw it with it. He didn't know what to do with the cream. You feel me?
Yo.
You niggas are
Is it not facts though?
I don't know. They left it for interpretation, bro.
Nonsense facts.
No facts, sense, snap.
Factual
Florian
nonsense.
Was right. Florian was 100% right. I agree with Florian.
Oh damn you, Florian!
He's shooting 95% from the field. I'm about it.
He don't fucking miss.
He don't miss.
Nigga never miss.
Yo, it might be facts though. It might all be facts.
Y'all tripping. Y'all wildin'.
Y'all
wildin'. Y'all wildin'.
Yeah, they put Trump on a coin. I'm done.
This is the thing. Neither me or Graham was excited going into this process. Yet week after week it got better.
Right.
No, it wasn't. No, it did not. You are a liar, my dear.
What you mean? What you mean, man?
So y'all was hyped when y'all found out that the mountain dwarf got killed. And then the next chapter is
that was a strong feat.
That was a feat. Yeah, that was a feat.
The feat for the boar to get cut in half. The next chapter is sewed back up together.
That was wild.
Hey, that's a shout out.
We need to find that doctor. Whatever doctor fixed that nigga, that nigga needs to be like.
Yo, he was still alive though.
That's old boy Devil Fruit, bro. That's old boy Devil Fruit. The little nigga who was stitching up everything. That's little nigga Devil Fruit.
Leo?
That does not connect the brain back up to the rest of the body. It doesn't work that way.
Why can't you?
Awaken that shit.
You got a time limit, bro. You got a time limit.
You awaken that bitch. This nigga can sew neural connections back together and shit. Yo, we out here.
I believe he can, man. I believe he can.
Yo,
not sew life back into a dead animal.
Y'all want to hear about a theory though?
Says you.
Facts. So, y'all want to hear about this theory though? So, what y'all think about Toki having Viola's fruit?
I seen your video.
That's right. Seeing into the future.
I like the video.
She can make portals. Huh?
I like it because you my homie.
You ain't shit, but thank you.
That's funny. That's funny.
Hurts. Hurts.
That's funny.
I ain't take my ball and go home. Y'all niggas are too savage over here.
Hey, niggas got quiet when Dolly was saying it.
Y'all niggas ain't shit. Y'all niggas ain't never been shit.
That nigga hype. I was waiting to see what hype was gonna say. But hey, he said the right thing though, bro.
Yo.
This nigga nonsense told me like the back is he's like, I know you gonna say something fucked up.
I was like, oh, okay.
I came here to talk with friends, not get low diffs. Thank you. Goddamn.
If it was like me, it'd be high diff.
Oh, this nigga.
Shit.
This nigga.
Oh my god. Y'all niggas are silly, man.
I just want to let y'all know that when we but
it's feasible, but I'm not. If Toki's still alive, then it obviously not true. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just hoping it's a different fruit.
Am I mute? Okay, I'm not.
I just hope it's a different fruit.
I was thinking about what you said about the video, right?
Wait, did Viola not explain her fruit, or?
No, she explained her fruit, but just like we didn't know that Bon Clay could change his clothes, and the old hag can, but they had the same fruit. It could be the same thing where Viola had hella powers, but she could do different shit. Cause she was able to bring.
Did we get a name of the fruit?
Yeah, it's called the Glare fruit.
The Glare fruit.
So did we get a name for Toki's fruit?
No, I don't think so.
We have no name. We have no proof that she even had devil fruit. To be honest,
it's time. It's a time.
It's time.
Yeah.
It was actually name dropped already.
Yeah. Somebody, one of the retainers.
It was
one of the retainers said it.
When they first said they were the ghost of Guano Fruit.
Yeah.
Early one.
My thing is also what Golf of Value was saying, right? I always assume that devil fruits are based off of the person that uses them, like their imagination wise. Like,
yeah,
whoever, like devil fruits could be off of your own interpretation of how you can use it.
Right.
So for Toki, she could have seen it as I can use it for time. Nah, that's just me in general talking about devil fruits. It's always been something I thought. Like, say Ace's fire fruit, there's no telling what. There's basically what you can use with fire, but you never thought about Entei or anything unless you use that to your own imagination or whatever. So my imagination, my thought process with devil fruits is it's based off your knowledge of what the element that you're using and your imagination of what you can do with it.
Yeah.
Like, say if we gave fucking Wapple Caesar's gas fruit, he's not gonna be able to do anything of what Caesar does.
Instead, he's gonna like terrorize his whole country.
Yeah, only thing he's gonna know is poisonous gas, poisonous gas, poisonous gas.
Yeah.
He's not gonna know
Yeah.
nothing else.
But that nigga
So it's like
Caesar
Bob
was
Marley
making
said,
laser beams and shit.
Exactly. So when it comes to devil fruits, I see it as like it's based off of what you think mentally what to do with your devil fruit.
Yeah, like Luffy twerked the fuck out the rubber fruit, and someone else using it, they probably would have just got to pistol and random shit like that. You know,
Right.
no one probably would have thought about man. So it's like, yeah, but I'm hurt. You know, I completely actually forgot about the fucking they called it the Toki Toki no Mi already. I was just
I did like your video though. I did like it.
I appreciate that.
I did like it.
I appreciate that.
I like the
fucks with it.
burner account.
On the burner though. Damn.
You know what I'm saying? My burner
Facts.
account be lurking. Not too many people know who my burner account is.
Hey, my nigga, a like is a like. That's all I
They
know.
don't even know who my burner
That's
account
facts.
I don't like anime Fight Club video because I can't give Grant too many likes.
That's funny.
Oh
man.
shit. Yo,
I don't know who that anime Fight Club dude is.
Bro, we gotta get the best.
Grand and Black have the most burner accounts. That's
is. Granny, who?
I just want to know when the space supposed to be cranking off.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I asked you niggas, man. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm here.
Hey, Florian, you play spades?
Sometimes. Why?
Oh shit.
Oh, we got another newcomer. Come get this work, nigga. Let's go.
Ah,
Hey,
shit.
they trying to get other people to play.
Yeah, I see that. I see that.
We tired of whooping y'all ass. That's why.
Pretty much.
I don't remember the last time y'all won.
Here this nigga go. We had 2 series. We 1-1. That's all I
Are
know.
you sure?
Positive. We both have a championship ring.
4 games straight.
I remember having a ring going to game 7. We both got a ring.
You won 4 games straight?
Yeah, you know, me and Black won off on.
Hold on.
Here we go.
Brakes, man. Y'all out here bumping their head up. We won back to back the first time we played.
Exactly.
They wanted to keep running it back.
Yep.
So we let them go. We let them go 5 games, then 7. You know what I'm saying?
Don't remember
That's
that.
how it went.
You're welcome, by the way, for that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, now you gonna try to put it like that? Oh,
Exactly. Like we didn't win the best of 7.
Hold on. We won that one. Oh, that's okay. We gonna win the next one. We won the second one. Oh, well, it's best out of 5. Best out of 5. Wasn't that what you was saying?
Exactly.
Then you run out 3. Then it's like, oh no, we gonna go best out of 7. You know, we gonna give y'all a chance. Y'all gonna get us a chance. And then what happened? We end up going back to back, didn't we?
That's all I got.
Come on, man.
All right, watch this, Grant. Do you feel like playing these guys again in cards?
You know what I'm saying? I mean, they can get it whenever. You know what I'm saying? That's whatever.
These niggas scared the same way you scared of Pokemon. These motherfuckers talking all this shit, but ain't nobody playing.
We would run a Boston on you, bro.
That's crazy.
Damn.
That's actually crazy.
If y'all ran a Boston on us, bro, I give both of y'all niggas 40 apiece. Y'all ain't doing this.
This Boston crank.
This is Boston cranking.
Y'all ain't doing that shit.
Shouts out to everybody in the chat. Thanks for coming through.
You're welcome.
2 hours.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and end this.
Last words, people.
Does anybody want any last words?
Yeah, man.
I got the floor as usual. This nigga Vulture trying to steal my spot.
Y'all was already talking. Go ahead, bro.
Fun. Next.
All I gotta say, you know what I'm saying? Go subscribe to Cat Lee. Hear his lies. Subscribe to Hype Beast Morgan. Definitely hear his lies. Go subscribe to Knock This Down. You know what I'm saying? He tells the truth sometimes. Go subscribe to Rosa Valley. You know what I'm saying? Hear those lies he tell over there.
Wow.
And, I don't know, Gordon, you got a channel? subscribe to
Nope.
Why do we even invite this?
No, hold on. You definitely gotta subscribe to Vulture Valley so you can see him get his ass beat in spades.
Oh wow. Oh wow. I'm ready, boy. I'm ready for this dub. Ready for this dub.
Same type of attitude towards the 2 and 3s. But...
The Black Category, aka Black Jesus, aka Black Julius Novacro, aka the Black Odin, aka.
Wow.
Wow, this nigga gonna take the Black Odin, bro.
Black Odin, bro? That's crazy.
Odin Leroy, nigga.
Odin Leroy.
AKA Black Kinemon.
Oh shit.
No.
Kinemon.
I would never be Kinemon.
He could cut fire though.
He's more like Conjuro.
What's wrong with this nigga?
Oh, you said Conjuro?
Yeah.
What? Fuck no.
There would be no disrespect.
What's wrong with this nigga?
Well, anyway, go subscribe to Vulture Valley so you can see me in my botched video about the glare fruit. But we still out here, you know what I'm saying? Regardless, putting up edits. You know, we finally editing videos in 2020, not just streaming. One day, you know, I'm gonna get up to grand levels of views, and I can be a real one.
Bro, Grant's not even at my level.
That's funny, man.
Grand got the K. Grand got the K. What do you mean?
I definitely don't have the K.
You got 1,000 on one of your videos, isn't it?
Oh, that one, yeah.
Yeah, you got like 1 or 2 videos with 1,000. What do you
That's
mean?
true.
You out here,
Man, you know what I'm saying?
my boy. Yeah. So yeah, one day, man, we gonna be there.
For sure.
Actually, Vulture, I think your day is today.
My day's today. Why is my day today?
I'm saying I was gonna flood you with a bunch of my
Oh, I forgot you. I forgot you had the clout. My bad. Forgot you had the juice.
Who next? Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, me? I bet. Go to subscribe to my boys, the Grand Shogun, Vulture Valley, Black Jesus, Black Odin, Nonsense Nap, I guess Hype Live with Hype Beast Morgans. Subscribe to me. I already know Chris Smith better than Todoroki, Big Mom Trash, Kaido's the Beast, Last Year Air, always count on Captain Facts Yeet. You guys link?
Oh, he's fucking completely ignored me. What a bastard.
Hey,
Wow. Hunter, what up?
Hunter on YouTube.
Fuck YouTube.
Oh shit.
Fuck nonsense. Fuck everyone.
Damn right. Fuck you, bro.
Nonsense, you good?
Oh, I thought Hype Beast was gonna try to pop back in and get the last word. Okay.
Nah, I bet.
Alright, so like everybody been saying, man, subscribe to everybody, man. Florian, Hunter, Grand Vulture, Black Yeet, Hype Beast. Don't subscribe to me, I don't put out no content. You know, great chapter, 10 out of 10. Glad I could be here. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
I'm still saying 10 out of 10, bro, because it was fire, man. That's what
Fire.
It was a it was a iconic death. It was
That shit was hot grease.
Here we go.
I don't understand.
It was
One Piece moment.
You ain't never gonna end the stream, Grant.
I know, right?
It is going down.
I'm going to duck out for a little while. I'm going to phone to my friend and come back and still chatting shit about this being a 10 out of 10 chapter. What the hell are you doing?
It's still a 10 out of 10, man. That's what
Put the crack pipe away. Let's move away from the 10 out of 10
Jesus
scenarios.
Christ.
Man, you will never catch me doing crack now.
Definitely a 10 out of 10.
I'm trying to tell these old folks that my crack ain't soap.
You know,
we gotta block this nigga. Hype, do your last what's the name?
You gotta block this nigga.
Oh shit, hype back? Hype.
All right.
Hey,
It's 2020. There should be no more homophobia here.
Jesus Christ.
That's crazy.
This nigga, man.
Man hates gays. Don't be like some people on the channel. You know, like promote homophobia. Can't say no names.
Grand.
Say the names, nigga. Bebo.
Nonsense nap.
Oh my god.
Grand. Vulture, they're talking about you guys.
This is slander.
It's mostly grain. If you think about it, it's mostly grain. That bus.
Give us a platform.